Whew. Today was a busy day. Just about most of it was spent on schoolwork, and pretty productive day though. I got a lot of stuff done. Here right now you're gonna be seeing my cardio, aka like active recovery session. Nothing crazy, just jumping jacks. I did the boxing timer, so 3 minutes jumping jacks, 1 minute rest, 3 minutes shadow boxing, 1 minute rest, and 3 minutes gorilla up and downs. Um, so yeah, pretty action packed quote unquote day today. Just sat in front of a computer for a long period of time. I did have to kind of like film some stuff too for like a project that is for one of my classes. So in general, just pretty busy, pretty productive day. Weekend in general, because I have to basically do this all over again tomorrow, which is interesting. It's just interesting that school is giving me something to do. And since I go to art school, I'm very passionate about art. It's making me feel like I'm like actually working towards bettering that aspect of my life that I'm so passionate about. And it's just interesting because like during the gap year, I took a gap year, so I was just working and I didn't really feel like I had like a purpose or anything, because I really wasn't working towards anything. I was just working. I just had a job, and I was saving money for basically no reason. I didn't know why I was saving the money. So it's like it caused me to not really be conscious of how I was spending or how I was doing anything for that matter outside of like me working out. And it's just like interesting how like with school and assignments and stuff like this, sure, it's like I'm staying up till 12 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm working. I'm sitting in front of a laptop the entire day or whatever. But it's like still, it's like it's still fun. It's still enjoyable, kind of, since I'm having something to do. I'm being able to work towards something. Especially something where I feel like I do have a purpose, where I feel like I do have some type of value, and I feel like that's like the number one thing to focus in life. Like make sure that just about everything you're doing in your life is like contributing towards whatever passion or purpose you feel like you have to live out, or you are determined to live out, because it's very important to do so. We don't want to be just droning around doing whatever we're told or whatever we think is like the best thing to do. We want to be doing what we feel is the best for us, and it's gonna of course take time and consideration for that. Some people might be quote unquote more ahead, others might be behind, but you just have to allow yourself the ability to access those parts of your mind to where like you can really see what it is that you're interested in and that you're intrigued in. It's just time for like reflection, stuff like that, and like what do you really enjoy, right? Like what wakes you up in the morning, what makes you want to drive to work every day, what makes you want to go out there, get out there. And that could be anything. That could be anything for anybody whatsoever, right? And one thing about me is like, so I have many different, I guess you could say, creative outlets. This channel is one of them. I like to paint sometimes or when I can. Do sketches and drawing. I write occasionally. So it's just like, you might just be someone like me, right? You might want to do so many things. Maybe it's not like arts or something in the arts, but maybe something culinary. Maybe you like to work on cars. Maybe you like to do coding, stuff like that. Whatever the case may be. Usually, it's always going to be in the realm of creating something or reconstructing something or making something anew. Because it's like I just feel like it's just as humans, as people, we like to be able to make things. We like to be able to bring stuff into this world, right? It's basically like the process of creating life, right? When a mother holds her newborn child in her hands, she feels nothing but love and warmth, and the same of a father. And I think that's just like the aspect of creation is something so natural within, the just the human psyche, that whenever we make something and we're satisfied with something that we make, we get so much energy from it. We get so much like enjoyness and happiness from it. And that's how I feel from like, just creating stuff. All the art that you've seen on my wall I've made. Um, Digital art I've made, stuff like that. This whatever I've made in school. This YouTube channel I've made this basically, and it brings me so much like joy and satisfaction to see like, what other people think. The fact that there's people that are interested and intrigued into just seeing what I'm looking. Or they're just interested into seeing like what it is that I'm doing or what it is that I'm making, and that it could even be considered good. So it's like I'm like basically having my creations appreciated by the world that I'm releasing it out to. And it's at the same time I'm still growing because I'm able to still receive criticism. I'm able to try and reflect on my own stuff and be able to kind of, see where others are in a way to where I'm comparing that, isn't taking away the joy from what it is that I'm doing. With this workout, side note, with this workout, I actually saw it in a movie. I was watching Full Metal Jacket the other day, and they were doing this. So it's like some type of military movement, actually. I'm not sure what it's called actually, but I'm just gonna like burpee without the burp part. But yeah, so creation, it's a beautiful thing, and it's incredibly just like it's the most natural thing in life. It's one of the most natural things for a human to do, right? There's the mind, body, and soul. Those are three things that you want to master of yourself. And when it comes to creation, creation will probably fit in all of those things actually, because like for one, you're creating a physique, you're creating the mindset to take care of your health, right? With your mind, you're creating these avenues and these structures and these ways for you to be able to think better, for you to be able to like feel better and love better. And for your soul is like, one of the like the probably the biggest component of those three. And just think of like religion, right? You want to be able to create that relationship, or like rebuild that relationship that you want with your faith, right? Whether it be you're Muslim, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, even Buddhist. That's like a form of creation, right? Love is a form of creation, because what does love lead to? It leads to literal, like, friendships. It leads to like careers. It leads to families. It leads to just so many things, right? Because if you love something, you're gonna want to make you're kind of gonna want to make it your own in a way, right? You love cars. At some point, you might even want to make your own car, right? If you love, shoot, iPhones, I don't know, man, iPhones or something, or you just love technology, you might want to dabble in making your own technology. I've known so many people that love coding, that love computers, and they make their own computer because that's like just what they enjoy. And being able to just have it isn't enough. Making it is better. It's making something, creating something. It holds so much more value than just making it in the store. Like something as simple as like taking a blank T-shirt and just painting and drawing over it. That makes it so much more special and so much more unique. And again, that's like what's one of the most beautiful things about creating. When you create, it's yours. It is your thing. It is your individual thing that you made and that you created. So it's going to be a lot more special to you. We have like a lot of just junk and stuff and crap in the places that we live, in our houses, on our desks, on our tables. And a lot of that stuff we just bought from the store. Now, imagine how much of that stuff would you have on your table if you actually made it. You probably wouldn't have a lot of stuff because you probably wouldn't be making stuff all the time. You probably make things sparingly. And when you do make things, it's going to be in a special place somewhere where you might see it all the time, or where you might not even see it that much. But it's just going to hold so much more value when it's something that you made. And that's why I think creation is such a beautiful thing, because it allows us to be a lot more appreciative of our own skills or in our own abilities to practically bring things into this world. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it.